The very first recognized video game is Tennis for Two, 1958, created by William Higginbotham on an oscilloscope. Space War, 1962, made at MIT, was the first widely played computer game and inspired many future developers. The first commercially successful arcade game was Pong, 1972, created by Atari's Nolan Bushnell. Atari was founded in 1972 and quickly became the pioneer of the home and arcade video game industry. The Atari 2600, released in 1977, popularized interchangeable game cartridges for home consoles. The first game to feature a hidden Easter egg was Adventure, 1980, on the Atari 2600. The video game industry suffered a massive crash in 1983 due to market oversaturation and poor quality games. The infamous E.T. the Extraterrestrial, 1982, for Atari is often blamed for the 1983 crash. Nintendo revived the gaming industry in 1985 with the release of the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Super Mario Bros. 1985 became one of the best-selling and most influential games of all time. The NES Zapper light gun allowed players to shoot at the screen in games like Duck Hunt. Sega entered the console market with the Sega Master System in 1985, challenging Nintendo's dominance. The Game Boy, released in 1989, became the first hugely successful handheld gaming console. Tetris, bundled with the Game Boy, became one of the most iconic puzzle games in history. The Sega Genesis, 1989, introduced faster graphics and competed directly with the NES and SNES. Sega's mascot Sonic the Hedgehog debuted in 1991, rivaling Nintendo's Mario. The console wars of the 1990s were fought between Sega and Nintendo. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, released in 1990, pushed 16-bit graphics to new heights. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, 1991, defined the action-adventure genre on SNES. Street Fighter II, 1991, revolutionized the fighting game genre and became an arcade phenomenon. Mortal Kombat, 1992, introduced realistic digitized characters and extreme violence. Mortal Kombat's violence led to the creation of the ESRB rating system in 1994. Sony entered the gaming industry with the PlayStation in 1994 after a failed partnership with Nintendo. The PlayStation introduced CD-based games, allowing for more storage and full-motion video. Final Fantasy VII, 1997, popularized Japanese RPGs in the West and boosted PlayStation's success. Nintendo 64, 1996, used cartridges but delivered revolutionary 3D graphics. Super Mario 64, 1996, set the standard for 3D platformers and camera controls. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, 1998, is often considered the greatest video game ever made. Sega launched the Dreamcast in 1999, the first console with built-in online capabilities. Despite innovation, the Dreamcast failed commercially and ended Sega's console business. Microsoft entered gaming with the Xbox in 2001, introducing Halo: Combat Evolved. Halo became a cultural phenomenon and cemented Xbox as a serious competitor. The PlayStation 2, 2000, became the best-selling console of all time, with over 155 million units sold. The PS2's DVD compatibility helped boost sales as households adopted the new format. The GameCube, 2001, was Nintendo's purple cube-shaped console using mini-discs. Super Smash Bros. Melee 2001 became one of the best-selling GameCube games and a competitive staple. The PlayStation Portable, PSP, launched in 2004, was Sony's entry into handheld gaming. The Nintendo DS 2004 introduced dual screens and a touchscreen, revolutionizing handhelds. Brain Age and Nintendogs on the DS appealed to casual players and expanded the gaming audience. The Xbox 360 2005 brought Xbox Live to mainstream gaming with online play and digital marketplaces. The PlayStation 3, 2006, used Blu-ray discs and had powerful hardware but struggled with a high launch price. The Nintendo Wii, 2006, focused on motion controls and became a massive hit with families. Wii Sports is one of the best-selling games ever, bundled with the console. The Wii introduced gaming to older audiences, with senior citizens using it for fitness. The PlayStation Network, 2006, allowed digital downloads and online multiplayer for PS3 users. The Xbox 360 popularized achievements, changing how players approached games. The PlayStation 3 introduced the concept of trophies, Sony's equivalent to achievements. Call of Duty 4: Modern Warfare 2007 set the standard for modern online shooters. The Wii Balance Board 2007 expanded motion gaming into fitness with Wii Fit. Grand Theft Auto 4 2008 pushed storytelling and open-world design to cinematic levels. Indie gaming exploded with titles like Braid 2008 and Minecraft 2009. Minecraft became the best-selling video game of all time, with over 200 million copies sold. The Nintendo 3DS, 2011, introduced glasses-free 3D technology for handheld gaming. Sony's PlayStation Vita, 2011, was powerful but struggled against mobile gaming. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim, 2011, became a cultural phenomenon for its open world and modding community. The Wii U, 2012, struggled commercially but paved the way for the Nintendo Switch. The PlayStation 4, 2013, became one of Sony's most successful consoles, selling over 117 million units. The Xbox One, 2013, faced backlash for its original DRM policies, which were later reversed. The rise of streaming platforms like Twitch, founded in 2011, changed how games were consumed. Fortnite, 2017, popularized the battle royale genre and became a cultural phenomenon. Nintendo Switch, 2017, merged handheld and home console gaming into one device. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, 2017, redefined open-world design. Animal Crossing: New Horizons, 2020, became a global hit during the COVID-19 pandemic. The PlayStation 5 launched in 2020 with cutting-edge SSD technology for faster loading. The Xbox Series XS also launched in 2020, focusing on backward compatibility and Game Pass. Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass subscription model is often called the Netflix of gaming. Cloud gaming emerged with services like Google Stadia, though adoption has been slow. Esports evolved into a billion-dollar industry, with tournaments like League of Legends Worlds drawing millions of viewers. Pac-Man, 1980, became one of the most recognizable arcade games ever. Donkey Kong, 1981, introduced Mario, originally called Jumpman. Frogger, 1981, became famous for its simple yet addictive gameplay of crossing roads. Dragon's Lair, 1983, was groundbreaking for using laser disc animation. Sega's Virtua Fighter, 1993, was the first 3D fighting game. Doom, 1993, defined the first-person shooter genre and popularized modding. Pokémon Red and Blue, 1996, sparked one of the biggest gaming franchises in history. GoldenEye 007, 1997, set the standard for console multiplayer shooters. StarCraft, 1998, became a national obsession in South Korea and influenced esports. The Sims, 2000, became the best-selling PC game series of all time. World of Warcraft, 2004, dominated the MMORPG genre with millions of subscribers. Guitar Hero 2005 made rhythm games mainstream and created a plastic instrument craze. Rock Band 2007 expanded the concept with full band gameplay. Angry Birds 2009 showed the potential of mobile gaming. Candy Crush Saga 2012 became one of the most profitable mobile games. VR gaming gained traction with Oculus Rift, launched in 2016. Sony's PlayStation VR brought virtual reality to mainstream console players. AR gaming exploded with Pokémon Go in 2016, blending real-world exploration with gameplay. The first video game console ever created was the Magnavox Odyssey in 1972. The Odyssey didn't have sound and used plastic overlays on TVs for graphics. The Intellivision, 1979, competed with Atari and introduced better graphics and sound. The ColecoVision, 1982, offered arcade-quality games at home. Sega Saturn, 1994, was powerful but struggled against PlayStation's dominance. The Neo Geo, released in 1990, was a premium console known for arcade-perfect games. Metal Gear Solid, 1998, brought cinematic storytelling to video games. Resident Evil, 1996, popularized the survival horror genre. Silent Hill, 1999, introduced psychological horror to gaming. Counter-Strike, 1999, started as a Half-Life mod before becoming a global esports staple. League of Legends, 2009, became one of the most popular PC games in history. Among Us, 2018, surged in popularity during the pandemic thanks to streamers. Video games are now a bigger industry than movies and music combined. The history of video games reflects constant innovation, from simple pixels to immersive virtual worlds.